You are welcome to another edition of Afadot TV Q&A interview series. Today, our guest is Olubukanla Teresa Hebonho. She's a creative and vibrant marketing professional, fashion designer, and fashion event planner. She started NAHOMI Fashion Statement precisely 15 years ago in 2005. Since inception, the fashion house grew in leaps and bounds due to our excellent marketing, innovative, and creative skills to produce unique design which have earned her awards and recognition in the fashion industry in Nigeria. Some of the awards include Best Kid Designer in 2009, awarded by Nollywood and Galaxy Television, Best Indigenous Designer by Aduni Global Entertainment Industry. She has showcased her works in Nigeria, United Kingdom, and some other African countries. She's the brain behind Nigeria International Fashion Buyer Show in 2014. She's currently working on new projects designed with the physically challenged people. You are welcome to the show, Olubukanla.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
What do you think of fashion industry in Nigeria?
Well, thank you. Before I answer the question, I think we need to talk about what fashion is in itself, okay?
Exactly.
Basically, fashion is an expression of people through clothing and accessories. That's just the simple definition of what fashion is. And then people express themselves, their culture, their beliefs, even their gender through fashion. So talking about fashion industry in Nigeria, I'm going to put it in three ways just to make it make us understand what we are talking about. The fashion industry in Nigeria is diverse. What I mean by that is it involves everyone. There is no exception. Exactly. It includes everyone, regardless of your tribe, religion, your beliefs, your social status. So it is diverse. So talking about fashion fashion design in Nigeria again, we see that fashion industry in Nigeria is versatile. It's so versatile because it keeps changing. The most important thing that I feel is very important in the fashion industry in Nigeria is very lucrative. It is very lucrative. It brings in a lot of money if you've been able to identify your niche.
Okay.
So that's it.
That's the word. Okay. How does fashion affect our lives?
Oh, well, I'm going to link this question also to the previous one. We are all a people of culture, okay? Therefore, when we want to express ourselves, basically the first thing that comes to your mind is, how do I want to express myself? I'm Fulani, I'm Yoruba, I'm Hausa. That's why we came about all these traditional costumes we have.
Exactly.
Fashion affects our lives in so many ways by creating awareness to people where we are from, what we represent, and what we believe, and what we do. So generally, fashion affects our lives the way we do things. That's just it.
What is your take on foreign culture influence on fashion design in Nigeria?
I'm going to put it this way. We should note that we were colonized by the whites. Therefore, our orientation is based on what we knew with them, what we learned from them. Therefore, their culture influenced our fashion orientation here. And basically, I would say that it is on the positive in Nigerian fashion industry or fashion sector, let me put it this way. Let's take, for instance, if you look around now, you see people make blazers with Ankara. They make suits with all kinds of African prints. And all this creativity emerged from their influence on us here. And the same way, we have imported their own culture, which has influenced our own fashion creativity here.
Exactly.
And we are also exporting the same thing to them. They are buying it. So invariably, it's adding to our GDP. And all these things are being accepted all over the world. So it has greatly influenced our fashion industry positively.
Okay. You know there are so many fashion designers that showcase their outfits
Oh,
abroad, and then
exactly.
we've seen so many videos of foreigners putting
Exactly.
on Nigerian
African
and African
prints,
prints and what
exactly.
have you.
Yeah,
So I think it's a positive one, if I
exactly. It
may
is.
say.
It is. It's a possible one.
What are some of the silliest fashion you have seen?
Silly. Well,
The silliest, I mean, not
silliest.
even silly.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you here that I'm not going to use the word silly because as a fashion designer, there is nothing silly in
Silly.
fashion.
Exactly.
Reason is because what you see as silly, what
Silly.
you see as unpleasant, what you see as unnice is someone else's favorite. It's just like the saying that goes, one man's food is
It's another
another
man poison.
poison. So what you see as not so good is what is selling and bringing a whole lot of income to someone else's account. So personally, there's nothing, I haven't seen anything silly in fashion.
The fashion industry tend to advertise slim models, but we can't say the clothes being advertised are suitable for everyone due to the different body structure of people. As a fashion designer, what can you say on how this problem could be solved?
Okay, thank you very much. Basically, we should note this thing. When foreigners put models on the runway, there is a standard structure. There is a standard structure. One, the designer wants to display his designs.
Okay.
It is not really particular at that moment about who wears it and what size.
Okay.
We know definitely that if a size 12 is putting on the outfit on the runway, there are going to be other sizes. Although there has been issues saying that bigger sizes are being discriminated in this respect. But let me now tell you, there are designers now who put on big figures on the runway.
Oui.
Because there has been campaign over the years that just to buttress the same point you raised, that why do designers showcase
Slim models.
mainly small sizes and slim models?
Models.
I mean, we have perhaps maybe the larger part of their of people who even consume or buy their products are even bigger sizes. So why don't you also display us and showcase us? So recently, designers now showcase people with big figures.
Okay.
Yes, that has been corrected. Yes.
That's interesting anyway. As fashion is a multi-billion-dollar business, you just mentioned it earlier on.
Yeah, it is.
For people who want to go into fashion industry, can you advise them on what to and what not to do?
Wow, that's a very interesting question. And I do hope this interview would go further for people to really understand it. What I tell people, first of all, is that fashion designing is not an FMCG industry. You know what that means?
You need to tell us.
Fast-moving commercial good industry, where you just come get 100,000 naira, go into the market, purchase 10 cartons of Coca-Cola, and you know that in a week you probably will sell it off. No. The first thing I'm going to tell whoever wants to come into this industry should have patience. It is not what you just come in today, open a very good outfit or couture store, and you expect people that come in today, you expect retainership today, you expect to start growing your brand today, you expect to start making money today. It doesn't work that way. So the first thing you have to do is training. You need training, because if you don't know the nitty-gritty of the business, you are going to mess it up. I've seen people who felt it had to do with money. They had millions, they set it up, and in 2-3 years down the line, they fold up. The second thing anyone needs is mentorship. Mentorship is key.
Very key.
You need someone, you need a figure, a father figure, a sister figure, whatever figure you want to,
that has been in the industry.
That has been in the industry.
Is it necessary in the fashion industry?
Exactly. You want to do
Okay.
fashion, you need somebody who's going to tutor you how to go about it. So like I was saying, you need mentorship. Without mentorship, there is no way you're not going to miss it midway. I had a mentor whom I was always disturbing, calling on whenever I had to make any move, whenever I had to do anything new.
Okay.
So I was always watching him, even though we did different things.
Okay.
But we did a few things that were similar.
Okay.
But what I enjoyed over the years was because I looked at him, his name is Moody. Let me give him the credit.
Oh,
So because I
Moody.
looked at him up there, I
Okay.
watched his footsteps, I visited him, I saw the way he did things, and those were the things that really...
He trained you, right?
He didn't train me,
Okay.
but we met on one of the platforms
Okay.
of the fashion show some years back. So you need mentorship.
How important are fashion week or fashion shows for an upcoming designer?
I am where I am today because I took time to participate in fashion shows everywhere, anytime.
Okay.
I paid money, I traveled everywhere to do fashion shows. Fashion designers, or an upcoming one, you have to realize that without a fashion show, you are not even going to get a brand.
Wow.
The first thing a fashion show does for you is to expose you, because that platform is going to give you a leverage that other people do not have.
Okay.
Because you're going to be showcasing your products, your brand, before a whole lot of people, before cameras. So the first thing you get is the confidence that, wow, I can showcase my products, whether or not I get critics, at least have been able to...
It's the confidence to go.
Exactly. So it is very important you start building your brand, you start getting invites to do other shows, you start getting patronage at the spot.
You're planning another fashion show. Would you like to tell us more about that?
Oh, wow, that's my pet project. That's my latest project. So I attended a fashion show sometime in November last year in the UK, and that's what really prompted me to have this show. And the show is basically, I want to have the disabled people in mind. I've attended fashion shows, but you find that there are some set of people who have passion to be part of the fashion industry, but they are being relegated, they are being segregated, they are not even recognized. So I thought about it that it is not a sin to be disabled.
Disabled, exactly.
Whatever form of or kind of or cause of the disability,
Disability.
it couldn't have been the person's fault.
What do you think is basically the difference between a tailor and a fashion designer?
That question is it's not so hard. Sometimes when people ask me, what am I? First of all, I tell them I'm a tailor. A tailor is someone who can cut and sew.
So, that is the word.
A fashion designer may not necessarily know how to cut and sew. Yes, we have fashion designers who just conceptualize ideas and images, and that's where they make their own money, and they just sell it to fashion houses and they make their money. But because I combine the two, I bring out my designs, I sketch. So that's why I'm a tailor and I'm also a designer.
One of our esteemed viewers, Mrs. Kemi Ogunade, sent in a question. She asked, what is the position of the fashion industry post-COVID-19?
Wow, that's a very important question, and it is really, really sensitive as well. For instance, me, I am feeling it now. I've been feeling it for the past couple of months because ordinarily by this time, I know all the kinds of jobs we will have been doing. People are doing seminars here and there, and I used to produce for them. But now,
nobody's.
All these things happened, but happened virtually. So there was no need for uniforms, there was no need for sewing anything. So you can imagine the impact on me. So imagine other people. I took time to break it down into 3 aspects. First of all, the people that will be affected are these: the textile industries, the garment makers, that's the designers, and of course, the supply chains and the retailers. So post-COVID, I'm going to advise the textile industries to reduce production, to cut production, because now people don't even have the buying power again. People have lost jobs. Factories and garment making industries, they are shutting down globally.
Can you explain some of the products displayed here for us?
Most people who know me, NAHOMI shirts. So I made sure I went further, and I'm still training in making shirts, and I love to make shirts, and I love colors. So I play with colors a lot. And so you can see from here that most of my jobs here are basically all kinds of shirts. And this is a shirt. This fabric is what we call polished cotton. Yeah, polished cotton. It stretches. It's a very delicate material. This is a Guinea brocade, and these are some of the things I do as exports. I love to work with batiks, Ankara, and things like this. I do them for exports too. This is different. This is a synthetic, a combination of polyester and cotton. They are all very good fabrics, durable too.
Can you inform my esteemed viewers on how to locate you or get in touch with you?
Yeah, thank you, my lovely people. I am NAHOMI Fashion Statement. You can reach me on my WhatsApp number, which is 081 45 351 881. I'm on Facebook as NAHOMI Fashion Statement. I'm on Instagram as well as NAHOMI Plus Fashion Statement. You can also check my page for the upcoming fashion show for the physically challenged people as this_ability on Instagram. Thank you.
We have come to the end of another exciting episode of Alpha.TV Q&A interview series. Until we come again with another guest, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel at Alpha.TV.